Greetings, Stephenians. Today we are inviting you to participate in a wonderful new program, Stephenians Speak. This is your opportunity to express your ideas. Each of you will create a video essay. As you create the essay, you will learn new communication, language, reasoning, technical and creative skills. The best essays will be featured on our Facebook page. This is an opportunity to bring honor to your school and family. If your video essay is chosen for our Facebook page, you will also receive extra credit. What does a video essay look like? Today we will look at a professional essay created by Prager. In our next meeting, we will look at an essay that I created. Let's first start with Mr. Prager.
How many times have you heard someone say they want to make a better world? It is a noble sentiment, but very hard to achieve, right? Well, actually, it's quite easy. All we have to do is increase just one human trait. This trait is so powerful that it alone can make people happier without working on their happiness and make them better. And by better, I mean more generous, more honest, more kind, more everything good, without a single lesson in morality. So then, what is this one almost magical thing? Drum roll, please. It's gratitude. You can't be a happy person if you aren't grateful, and you can't be a good person if you aren't grateful. Almost everything good flows from gratitude, and almost everything bad flows from ingratitude. Let's begin with ingratitude. Here's a rule of life. Ingratitude guarantees unhappiness. It is as simple as that. There isn't an ungrateful, happy person on earth. And there isn't an ungrateful, good person on earth. There are two reasons. Reason one is victimhood. Ingratitude always leads to or comes from victimhood. Ungrateful people, by definition, think of themselves as victims. And perceiving oneself as a victim or perceiving oneself as a member of a victim group may be the single biggest reason people hurt other people, from hurtful comments to mass murder. People who think of themselves as victims tend to believe that because they've been hurt by others, they can hurt others. And the second reason ungrateful people aren't good people is that ingratitude is always accompanied by anger. The ungrateful are angry, and angry people lash out at others. If ingratitude makes people unhappy and mean, then gratitude must make people happy and kind. And so it does. Think of the times you have felt most grateful. Were they not always accompanied by a feeling of happiness? Weren't they also accompanied by a desire to be kinder to other people? The answer, of course, is yes. Grateful people aren't angry, and they don't see themselves as victims. The problem, however, and it's a big one, is that in America and much of the rest of the world, people are becoming less grateful. Why? Because people are constantly told that they are entitled to things they haven't earned, what are known as benefits or entitlements. And the more things that people think they should get, the less grateful they will be for whatever they do get. And the more angry and therefore unhappy they will be when they don't get them. Here are two rules of life. Rule number one, the less you feel entitled to, the more gratitude you will feel for whatever you get, and the happier you will be. Rule number two, the more you feel entitled to, the less happy you will be. That's why, for example, children who get whatever they want are usually less happy children. We have a word for such children, spoiled. And no one thinks of a spoiled child as a happy child, and certainly not a kind one. The more that you feel that life or society owes you, the angrier you will get, the less happy you will be. As a result, we are increasing the number of angry, unhappy, and selfish people. The other way we are making people unhappy, and even meaner, is by cultivating a sense of victimhood. People are constantly told that they are victims because of their upbringing, because of past prejudice against their group, because of material inequality, because they are female, and for many other reasons. Next time you want to assess any social policy, ask this question first. Will this policy increase or decrease gratitude among people? You will then know whether it is something that will bring more goodness and happiness to the world or less. If I were granted one wish, it would be that all people be grateful. Gratitude is the source of happiness and the source of goodness. And the more good people and the more happy people there are walking around, the happier and better our world will be. If you have a way of achieving such a world without increasing gratitude, let me know what it is. I'm Dennis Prager.
That was a wonderful and inspiring message. Mr. Prager has a team of people making graphics for him. You should not expect that your video will look like this. However, we will walk you through each step of the way to help you create a video of which you can be proud. Notice that Mr. Prager is trying to persuade you of something. You could summarize what he is trying to say in one sentence. You would call this a thesis sentence. A good thesis sentence for his essay would be, if you want to be happy, be grateful for the good things you have. Later, we will ask you to write a thesis statement. However, your first step is to simply come up with a topic. The number of topics is virtually unlimited. They might include how to be a good sibling, the responsibility of citizens, the best way to combat the coronavirus, the virtues of gardening, the dangers of social media, the importance of studying Chinese, and many more. How do you choose a topic? First, choose a topic that is of interest to you. If you are not interested in the topic, you will not feel passionate about persuading someone toward your point of view. Are you having trouble thinking of a topic? Try these simple techniques. Scan a newspaper or news website. Every article is about a topic. Watch a news show on television or YouTube. What kind of topics do your parents talk about? What do the adults at your church talk about? Make a list. Use a sentence starter. If I became president, the first thing I would change would be blank. Fill in the blank. Think about the last movie or TV show you watched. Was there an underlying message? There probably was. Even most action movies are about more than the excitement of the film. For example, the last Godzilla movie I saw was actually about the environment. Be careful. Most movies and TV shows today are produced by secularists. Many of their messages are very destructive. Think about the last book you read. What topics did the writer bring into the book? Think about the last song you heard. Did it cover any topics that interest you? Try some of these ideas. I know that you will come up with a great topic. If you want your essay to appear on our Facebook page, be sure that it aligns with the values of the school. You do not need to produce a specifically religious essay. However, if you advocate for anti-Christian values, such as abortion, euthanasia, or any other forms of dehumanization, we will not use the essay on our Facebook page. Also, some topics are very common. We will not post many essays about the same issue. If half of your class is writing an essay on climate change, it is unlikely that they will all be selected. In that case, an essay on another environmental issue, such as the preservation of the monkey-eating eagle, might be more likely to be chosen. One final thought. Remember that Dennis Prager was trying to persuade you of something. In your essay, you will do the same thing. That means whatever topic you choose, it should be something about which people disagree. Mr. Prager believes that in order to be happy, you must be grateful. I agree. However, there are people who disagree. Maybe another person believes that in order to be happy, you must have a lot of money. Another might believe that they will not be happy until the government takes some action. You must choose a topic over which people disagree. This is not hard. People disagree on a great deal. Just remember, you will not end up writing an essay on, I love pepperoni pizza, or puppies are cute, or you should be a good person. There will be no persuasion in these topics. I cannot convince you to like the food, because that is a matter of personal taste. I cannot convince you that you should be a good person, because most people already agree that you should. However, there is a great deal of disagreement on what it means to be a good person. We will discuss all of this on another day. For now, take the steps that I've given you to choose a great topic. If you have any problems or have any questions, ask your teacher. He or she will help you. Until now, remember, we are Stephenians moving forward together.